What's up, y'all? I'm back with another video about historical indigenous foraging methods using Stone Age technology. This time I'm talking about the best wild edible in the Southwest, honey mesquite. This plant is a source of a staple sweet drink historically eaten by indigenous peoples of the Southwest, and it's very easy to prepare. You simply smash and soak. In this video, I'm demonstrating how to eat them in survival conditions with no tools except for a water container. But historically, this would have been done at a much larger scale. There were as many methods as there are tribes, but typically the bean pods were pounded in a large wooden mortar made from a tree trunk. I made this one out of black willow, though its relative cottonwood was more commonly used. And for the pestle, the dense hardwood of mesquite works great and is what I made my pestle out of. Bedrock mortars or mano and metate were also used for pounding mesquite pods. After pounding, the pulp was soaked in water, strained, and the cold infusion was drunk. It tastes sweet, the flavor like caramel tamarind. The sugars come from the spongy mesocarp tissue in between the beans and the skin, which contains 87% carbs, 7% protein, and 2% fat. So the drink that I made here with 20 pods, weighing about 60 grams, is about 240 calories, with 48 grams of carbs, 8 grams of protein, and 2 grams of fat. I made it in about 10 minutes, and it can be prepared much quicker with proper tools, giving the food a very high calories in to calories out ratio of probably over 2,000 calories per hour. This drink was sometimes allowed to steep in the pulp for days, and it became mildly fermented, improving the taste and possibly the digestibility. So the drink was only one of two main ways mesquite pods were historically eaten. The other way was to make a meal or flour from the mesocarp. The bean pods were thoroughly dried, pounded up, sifted, and winnowed to remove the beans, skin, and fibers from the meal. This meal was prepared in various ways, such as a mush, or was formed into cakes that were dried for storage. The beans were only sometimes eaten by native peoples historically, and that required the removal of the seed coat, or outer shell of the bean. The beans were pounded up, the seed coats were winnowed off, and the seeds were ground into a meal that was cooked. The effort to shell, grind, and cook the small seeds compared to simply extracting the sugary mesocarp was why the beans were usually discarded. If you like this kind of stuff, for $5 you can access my full Patreon catalog, which is a year's worth of posts per week, and I'll continue posting exclusive stuff there. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll take it easy.